All right, we got another cute story to get to. Then we're going to get some more music out of Ryan Starr. Yeah, it's just a weird news day today. We got one of these sex offender stories.
Yeah.
We love the sex offender stories.
There's so many of them.
Listen to what they're doing on Long Island.
Well, imagine finding out that 27 sex offenders lived in your neighborhood. That's what the people of Hempstead discovered, along with other neighborhoods on the south shore of Long Island, and many are finding out for the first time. Sex offenders dumped in shelters like this one in Hempstead. Residents had choice words for the agency responsible.
They got to live somewhere.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, what town's going to be the one town that accepts this with open arms?
No one.
East Hampton.
One. No one. But it's
responsible.
Shame on you.
It's okay. So far, Hempstead.
Huh?
So far, Hempstead.
So far, Hempstead.
Didn't we do a story where they were in mastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Seeing a trend.
Well, they said poor towns all over the South Shore of Long Island.
We'll see if the report should have been done differently. Imagine you're a sex offender and you find out all your neighbors are.
Choice words for the agency responsible.
Shame on you, because you're deteriorating actually lives by the hundreds in these urban areas.
Newsday reports the largest.
Deteriorating?
They're deteriorating?
Wow. What are they going to do next? Go look at the fall foliage?
That's a common mistake, though. Foliage and foliage.
Yes, but people under the age of 7 frequently say that. People who used to carry guns professionally never do.
Deteriorating.
Hundreds in these urban areas.
Newsday reports the largest clusters of sex offenders are concentrated in low-income areas of Long Island's South Shore.
We see they exist in Freeport, Roosevelt, Hempstead, Uniondale, all areas of middle to lower income areas.
These offenders are level 2 and 3, those most likely to strike again. They're placed in neighborhoods with little political power.
It's unfair, and it's not put in neighborhoods where they are more affluent.
Another problem in these neighborhoods, rents are cheaper, and landlords are more willing
Of course. What do you want them to do? What do you want to put them on Park Avenue and have them pay $3,800 a month?
$3,800 a month on Park Ave? $10,000.
What about the really rich sex offenders, though?
That's a good point.
They probably pick up their own digs somewhere. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, they're in Thailand or something.
Yeah,
I think
out of the country.
I think people should be forced in low-income neighborhoods to have sex offenders living in their kids' room and chipping in for the rent.
See, put it this way: the sex offender is going to be scared to go out. I think that's they got a strategy here. What do you want? What do you want them in nice, affluent parts of Long Island? It ain't going to happen.
Nope.
This is all based on what you pay your taxes for. If your tax bill is really, really low, your services and who lives in your neighborhood is going to be a little off. If your taxes are really high, you're paying to not have a bad element in your neighborhood and to have all of your services working well. That's just the way this country works. Who's surprised by this?
You're actually safer, though, when you live near them. I lived next door to a rapist for a few summers.
Yeah,
sexy now.
Yeah, and it was then the law came out. You had to tell your neighbors, and
hello.
Yeah, but statistically, you're a lot safer living right next door to a sex offender than.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to rape someone and run next door.
Yeah, he's on the lam. There he goes. Oh, next door, lights on. Let's get him. That is stupid.
Did you tease him at all? Did he rape girls or guys?
No, I remember one day though he came up to it was my family. It was like one of those like a summer thing in Montauk that we went out to, and right on the beach. And I remember one day my sister, before we knew this, he asked my sister if she wanted to take a boat ride with him. He had
that's good.
And then 2 days later,
the old Peterson cruise.
We never went back. the lost summer.
Or maybe the guy's just into boating.
Yeah.
I mean, you have many different hobbies.
Boating and rape.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he's going to take your sister on a boat trip to rape her. Maybe he just wants to go out and enjoy the water.
I mean, we did live next door, so I'm sure it was fine.
Maybe he fancies himself a young Alan Hale.
Another problem in these neighborhoods, rents are cheaper and landlords are more willing to take on sex offenders as tenants. And what about notifying people? Right now, police only do it once. when the sex offenders move in.
So if you move in after the time they do a notification, which is quite possibly, very likely, then chances are you're not going to be notified.
Well, the Department of
Unless you're
Social
a sex
Services says
offender.
How often do they expect you to be notified? Every 20 minutes you get a phone call? Do we mention? Yes, I get it.
Yes, we know.
And he didn't forget. We know, I heard. Thank you.
You should know when your tax bill comes. And it's easy to pay. That's when you know that your whole neighborhood is full of people that might cause you some type of harm.
And someone has to stick up for the sex offenders. These guys got to be scared assless living in these neighborhoods.
I don't stop at lights in these neighborhoods.
Right.
I keep going.
You think these sex offenders are walking out and walking the streets whistling a happy tune?
No.
And everybody knows why you're living there. If you're like all of a sudden you're a middle-aged white guy with a mustache and a bad gut, everybody knows why you're in that neighborhood. And you smell like Similac. Old baby powder breath.